Hi, I'm Kate.
And I'm Bailey.
And these are our book boyfriends.
Okay, today we're talking about book to screen adaptions.
Yay.
Movie and show. It's because we got a comment on our first line quiz video from a subscriber of ours, Rick Dalton 777. Says, such a fun topic we discussed when I was earning my BA was what movies should have been a book.
Yeah.
We're going to flop it, sort of. We're just going to talk about all things movie book and talk about favorites, least favorites.
Yeah.
What we're excited for, what we want to be a movie, all that shit.
Yes. I was telling Bailey in preparation for this one, I forget things easily. So, like, Bailey could tell me that, like, a book is becoming a movie or show or whatever, and I'd be like, oh, shit, that's cool. And then 2 weeks later, totally forget about it.
Yeah.
So, a lot of this, I'm sure I would have already learned, but that'll be brought to my attention again.
So, everybody buckle up, grab a snack, because
yeah, I feel
got
like this
thoughts.
Yeah, I've got thoughts for this one, and we did a little bit of research, too. I have some friends' thoughts as well. Brought in a couple different readers of different genres, so.
The first, like, category, I have mine all broken down into categories.
I think that's smart.
The first one I have is least favorites, and then just, like, least favorite adaptions.
Okay.
That I have. I only have a couple, but
Okay.
in general, most adaptions aren't great.
Most adaptions
frank.
they're gonna miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the ones that I extra loathe.
Okay.
Yeah. Like they really dropped the ball. The Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo.
Yep.
They did a Netflix series on it. The first mistake was merging them.
Yeah.
Mistake number 1. Because they don't happen to my knowledge in the books, like, simultaneously. They happen in the same universe.
Yeah.
Like, it's in the same
But they're so
locale,
different.
but it's not at the same time. To my knowledge, none of the characters in the first series show up in the second series. I could be wrong because I haven't finished the second series. But I really liked Six of Crows, and I really did not like Shadow and Bone. Mm-hmm. And then, like, them putting it together in one show is kind of strange. I just wish they would have done Shadow and Bone and or Six of Crows. But now they've merged, they've flopped them both.
Yeah.
And then the series got canceled before it even finished.
Yeah. So I read the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and I liked them, and I didn't like Six of Crows.
I thought you hadn't read it. You've read it?
I read it. I've read all
Really?
3 of them. I didn't watch the show because I knew that I wouldn't
There's
like
only
it.
3 Shadow. There's not 3 Six of Crows.
I know. There's 3 Shadow and Bone.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read any of the Six of Crows. I tried to start it, and I think I just was overwhelmed by the opening scene. It was, like, too much for me or something because I only read, like, the first 3 chapters and never picked it up again. And then so when the show got announced, I was, like, uninterested because I had heard that they were doing this, like, weird twining thing, and I was like, oh, yeah, now I'm out.
Yeah, I watched some of the first season. I don't even think I finished it, and then I never watched the second.
Yeah.
But that was a flop for me.
Yeah, fair.
Flop for you?
A flop for me, and a flop that 3 of my sources also said was the first Twilight.
Okay. Yeah, that one sucks.
That one does suck.
It's so nostalgic, but in the shittiest way possible.
I think the fan base, purely the fan base, is what made the second movie even happen. Because if the fan base for Twilight was not as heavy as it was before those movies came out, there never would have been one. There never would have been more than one. But so the first one sucked, but then they got better and better. I think the last one was pretty good.
Other than the baby.
Huh?
Other than
the weird
baby,
CGI baby.
That you could have made that better. Or just, I don't even know, a doll.
My friends Katie and Courtney both said Twilight, the first one in specific. And then when I talked to my mom, too, she, without knowing that Katie and Courtney said that, she also independently said Twilight, but just the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a big flop for me.
You too?
Yeah.
Okay. Joe, anything for you or? A flop?
I don't. You told me this just before you started recording, so I looked up a bunch of movie adaptations.
Okay.
One that I saw in a list was Aragon.
Yes, that was brought up in some of the conversations I had too, is how bad the Aragon adaptation was for what the book is.
Yeah, I never read the book, but
Me
I
neither.
remember.
I loved the movie and I DNF'd the book.
Crazy.
I know.
I
So I'm
remember
opposite on that one.
watching the movie when I was younger, and
had
I
that
remember
bitch on
it
a
not
disc.
being like super exciting to me.
Yeah.
gonna find
See,
it
I really liked Aragon the movie, like for what it was. I knew that it was a series that existed, but I was pretty young when it came out. I wasn't into reading at that point in time. I've just recently started the Aragon series, like within the last year. That first book is so good, y'all. Like the series is so good. The movie in comparison is so watered down and way inaccurate, but so watered down that it's like almost a totally different storyline. But I think Aragon, the movie by itself, was good, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But then now, like reading the book, I'm like, oh, okay, now I see why we didn't make any more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one. This one's very niche in my opinion, but I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. It's a movie on Netflix. Bro, I will fucking beat your ass right now. I will fucking beat your ass right now. Stop talking.
The thing I gotta say about that is how do you portray what happens in that book in the movie?
No,
well?
so no,
I think they
no,
did
I
it
get
pretty
it.
decently.
No, they didn't. But this is what I wrote. Some masterpieces should just not be tampered with. They just should have fucking left it at the masterpiece of a book that it was.
You really do love that book.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And because I agree, it's so weird. It's a weird concept.
That's why
And
I think the movie was good, because the movie was it was shot weird and like everything was just.
I remember some dancing pigs or some shit in the movie. Some weird like hallucinogenic bullshit going
I
on.
don't remember that, but
I have a vague memory of that happening, and that, to my knowledge, did not happen in the book.
okay.
And I didn't like that. I think it was good
There
up
was
until the
pigs in
very,
book,
very
I remember
end.
that.
Huh?
There was pigs in the book. I remember that. But I think in the book it was actually more graphic, if I'm remembering right.
We're thinking of different shit, I think.
I remember things. You do not remember things.
Yeah, I notoriously have a bad memory. But I didn't like the ending, how they handled the ending and the plot twist situation
Yeah.
in the movie. It was good up until that point where they get to the school. I feel like once they got to the school in the movie, it was bad. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion. I hated it.
I have
and
not read
I
or
think
watched.
everyone who has watched the movie that I've seen that have read the book has not liked the movie either.
I mean, I do have to agree. It's very hard to portray what's going on in the book in a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's an easy task.
Yeah.
It just was not good.
But
Don't watch it. Read the book, don't watch
I don't
it.
want to. There's another movie that does that type of thing extremely well.
Well, you can say it.
Well, it kind of ruins that book. So
Oh, okay.
I guess skip ahead if you don't want to ruin the kind of
I'm scared.
the.
You gotta say what
say what?
the other book or
That's what I was about to.
oh, okay.
Fight Club. It does this split personality extremely well in the movie.
So it can be done, obviously.
Yeah.
And Fight Club was a book too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read it. I don't think it's.
You own it.
Yeah, I know you bought it for me. I don't think it's the same as the movie, but but I think the movie Fight Club does a really well portrayal of like, the split between the narrator and Tyler, because the whole movie you're like, oh, these are two separate people, and then you get to the end and you realize it's all just the same.
What's that
guy.
called? An unreliable narrator? Is that what that's called?
It's kind of that.
I mean, that's called
I think unreliable.
schizophrenia. But I mean, that's a commonly known thing that book is portrays. We talked about it in my psychology class, like that movie, and how it portrayed schizophrenia.
Oh.
Like that guy. That's
Yeah,
why he
yeah,
was
yeah.
seeing the game.
Yeah.
But this was a little bit of a different mental disorder.
Yeah, I mean it's not one for one, obviously, but I'm just saying they're
Similar.
and Fight Club's based on a book, so you get those two.
A little twofer.
Yeah,
A little twofer.
a little twofer.
I have some notes of some other flops.
Okay.
So my friend Courtney, she gave a lot of flops. So Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which was a flop. I read that book, was not happy with the movie at all. The Giver, she put, but I don't remember The Giver as the movie. Does anyone remember The Giver as the movie?
It was on the list I looked up. I haven't watched it though.
I recently reread the book the couple summers ago that I listened to like all of the random audiobooks because I was working in a warehouse. Aragon was one she said. The Hobbit was another one that she said.
I was going to say that. The Hobbit movies, awful.
Yeah. Okay. So I love the Hobbit films, like a lot.
Okay.
But I haven't read anything from Tolkien yet. This year, I really plan on really cracking into that one.
You're cracking into that, bitch.
You'll be disappointed.
Hobbit sucks.
And what? The books?
No,
Sorry.
No, I loved the books. I loved all of them. Bailey hates them.
I hate The Hobbit.
The book?
Okay, The
Yes.
Hobbit. The Hobbit.
I've never
the
watched
book
the movies.
Is a kid's book. Okay?
Yeah.
So you have to go into that realizing it's a kid's book. But the Hobbit movies, based on the original trilogy of movies, is just really badly done, and then it makes the Hobbit story extremely long. It's 3 movies, and it's unnecessary because the Hobbit book could have been told in 1 movie. And it adds a bunch of stuff that's kind of theorized, but it's not in the book. To like,
Add substance.
yeah, add substance to the storyline. There's a whole to do about it. But yeah, I agree.
Sounds right with.
And the CGI was terrible.
I didn't watch them.
I really like them.
I love that for you.
I really like them. But I like cozy shows like that. Like, I feel like The Hobbit is like a cozy show. Even though there is some battling and stuff. I don't know. I like it. She said Girl on the Train. Which isn't one that I've read or watched, but you've done both, right?
We've read it, both of us.
I've read it.
I don't know if we watched it. I haven't watched it.
I feel like I have, but
I remember not
I liked it.
liking the book.
Oh, maybe I have read it or seen it because it's Emily Blunt. That was the character I thought in my head, but I don't remember it. I remember the book. I liked it. I think I really liked it, actually.
The book?
Yeah.
I think I liked it too, but that was the end of domestic thrillers for me.
Yeah,
Because
you went on it, because then you read a bunch of them, and then
I read like
they're
2
all the
after,
same.
and it's all the same. It's like romance books. It's the same plot where this random lady like somehow stumbles into a murder, but she's
Unreliable.
dumb and an alcoholic.
yeah.
100% of the time, she's an alcoholic.
I gave it 4 stars. But I don't remember the movie. So I can't help you with that one, unfortunately.
Did you read or watch Beautiful Creatures?
I think I watched it and I tried to read it once.
I
but I didn't.
really liked the books, and I
Or
didn't.
maybe
I
the
wasn't
other way?
disappointed with the movie, but I was also pretty young. Like, I read it as like a young teenager and then watched it whenever it came out, which was forever ago now. But that's one that she mentioned. And then another one that I thought was The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. So I read that entire series twice. And the movie, even though I love Lily Collins, she should never have played the main girl, for one, because she doesn't look anything like the character is supposed to. But I was so disappointed that they didn't make any movies that when they came out with the show, I like refused to watch the show. So I actually don't know how bad it was. But she said that the movie was good, like ish, but that the show was bad. And then she said the same thing with Interview with the Vampire. The movie was good, but the show was bad.
I didn't know there was a show. The movie's
Newer.
amazing.
The movie is amazing. One of my top 10s. Will watch at any point in time.
I don't
Love
think
that movie.
I've ever seen it. I don't know. I haven't read the book though.
See, that's another one of
Is that
those
Anne Rice?
movies.
I think so.
It's another one of those movies that, like, if you didn't watch it in your in its prime, you're never gonna get behind
Yeah, if
it.
you watch it now, you might be like, "Oh, this is kind of dumb."
Yeah, I think you would think it was way too long, and that it was dumb. But I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah. But that was what Courtney had to say. Thank you so much for your opinions, Courtney.
I have one more.
Okay.
Dark Places by Gillian Flynn.
I don't remember. Did we watch that together?
I think, I don't know. I remember we had to like rent it, I think, off of Amazon. Or at least
Sharp Objects too was pretty terrible TV show. It was the slowest of slow burns.
people really liked it, but I didn't.
God, it was
I don't
so
think we
slow.
even finished it.
No,
I don't think I even finished Dark Places, the movie. And Gillian Flynn is one of my favorite authors. She did Gone Girl, which is a very famous movie.
That was a good. Well, we haven't gotten to the good ones.
Yeah, but so I read all her books. I love all her books, and they've adapted all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not like Dark Places was my least favorite adaptation. It was terrible. It was done a while back, if I remember right. And then Sharp Objects, people loved it, but I didn't. And then of course Gone Girl is like famous as fuck. You ever seen them? Oh, you wouldn't like it.
I got one.
Okay.
Is Gone Girl the one with the girl from Pride and Prejudice?
Yes. Did you watch it?
No.
Oh,
I almost
and
watched
Ben
it because
Affleck.
it was her.
Annie watched it.
Huh?
Annie watched it. And I think told you to watch
Oh,
it.
she told me to read the book. She watched the movie and she was like, "Hey, I think this is a book that you would like." And I texted you and I was like, "Is this the book that I would like?"
Probably not.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
All her books are pretty dark.
Yeah, I haven't read any of them because that's all that I know is that they're pretty dark. And
Dark Places was.
I absorb stuff way too easy. That like it's really, really hard for me to read scary books because I just like absorb the icky.
The Dark Places movie came out in 2015.
Oof.
Not a good time.
Yeah.
But
Percy Jackson. The movies. I haven't watched the TV show. I've heard that series is actually pretty good.
This series is pretty good. Yeah.
But the movies were god awful. And I'm surprised they made all three.
There's supposed to be a fourth.
I don't think they did.
They
They
did
made
make three. I
Really?
think I only watched 2 of them.
I thought I only watched 2.
I only watched the first ones.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
liked
didn't
it
hate
because
them, but I don't think I read them.
I read them all.
Oh, I read them. I read them all too, and the show is doing really well. I think. I also just really liked the main character of the movies, so like, I'd watch him. You know what I'm saying? So
Isn't he the 13 Reasons Why guy? Or did I make that up?
No.
They look similar-ish.
I disagree heavily.
That's fine.
I disrespectfully
Wait,
disagree
Percy
with that.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Look up the movie right now and tell me that again.
Okay. Tell me that again. Pale motherfucker with dark hair and blue eyes. Yes.
I do have to say 13 Reasons Why wasn't that good of... Or I think the...
I
TV
didn't watch it.
I think the TV series
Oh,
was better
Logan
than the book.
Lerman.
Yeah, I think he looks like Dylan O'Brien.
How dare you?
I think they look similar.
I don't know who that is.
Criminal.
Yeah, she's obsessed with him.
Who was that guy that you yelled out his name? We watched Twisters the other day.
Yeah, I'm listening.
The main character guy.
Oh, Glenn Powell.
Glenn
Yeah.
Powell.
I didn't know who that was. And she's like, Glenn Powell. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why did she just yell that out?
Powell.
I think she said Glenn motherfucking Powell.
That's his middle name, motherfucking.
I did say he was a very attractive man.
He's
so-
a very attractive man. Yes. The only Texan. No, Matthew McConaughey, too.
Is Glenn Powell a Texan?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
I think he goes to all the Texas games, the football games. He hangs out with
Oh,
Matthew
you're
McConaughey.
right.
So I would assume.
Anyway.
Those are our flops.
You thought you said you had another one. What'd you say?
I
Sorry.
said Percy Jackson movies.
Oh, I thought you said one after that. Sorry.
I can't think of any off the top.
Yeah, he was raised in Austin. Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. Glenn motherfucking Powell.
Austin's a different part of Texas.
Truth.
At least it used to be. I don't know how.
But that's where Matthew McConaughey was.
All right, all right, all right.
Maybe they grew up besties. Okay.
They're probably like 20 years.
I know, I'm just messing
difference
with
in
I
age.
was like,
They're besties now.
okay, go ahead.
My next one was favorites.
Okay.
My next category.
Sure.
Sure.
Let's go
Joe,
for it.
favorite? Any
Favorite?
favorites? I got a few.
100% the original Lord of the Rings trilogy.
The animated version?
No, the
He means the live action movies.
live action ones.
Oh.
By
With-
with what?
I don't know his name. I said with, but I don't remember. I actually don't.
Elijah Wood? Is that his name?
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's for them.
Those are your favorites?
hands down. I've watched those a
Too many
million and
times.
a half times.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the extended versions
so
on
good.
Max right now, they're like 4 hours long each.
He's
I've
watched
watched
them.
them all.
Yeah, I got that shit on my TV all the time, Joe. All the time. Ask the boys at home.
Those are just perfection.
They are perfection. They are so good. And they could come out with a 6-hour version of each and every one of the motherfuckers, and I'd sit my ass down and watch it.
Exactly.
Every single minute of it. Every single minute of it.
Your turn.
Yeah, Dune. So far. They're about to ruin it for me. I can fucking feel it in my bones. But the first
I can
two,
feel it in my bones.
I'm really happy with it.
Dune in a category that I have adaptions that make me want to read the book.
Ooh, nice.
Because I had quite a few.
Yeah, Dune
But
is
Dune I have on that because
one of my
I
favorite
hadn't
books.
read it, but we watched it because Joe had read it. Those movies were fucking incredible.
so fucking incredible, man. They're about to fuck me over in this next one. I can feel it, man. They're gonna piss me off.
Joe, what were your thoughts on Dune? The movie versus the
really
book.
good.
Really good.
I love the movie better than the book. Yeah. I wasn't. We talked about this. I wasn't like a huge fan of the book. I thought. Because, like, the movie, all the action exists. In the book, the action does not exist. So, like, anytime there's, like, you know, a battle or anything
Fair.
that doesn't exist in the book, you're just told about it. And then, the one thing I do think the book does better is the middle section. Like, in the movie, it's, like, this random montage of
Yes,
doing
you did
stuff.
mention that in another episode that you didn't like the montage.
I
Yeah.
hated the montage.
I think they were trying to portray the time, but you know, there's like a specific thing that portrays the time way better, and they just left it out.
They're gonna piss me off in this next one, y'all. They're gonna piss me off.
Can't wait.
My God.
I can't wait.
They're gonna
I'll
make me
hopefully have it
mad.
read by then, but I don't. When is it? Do they have a time?
I don't know them.
What the fuck?
You know what adaptation I'm really excited for? And
That's
we
later.
have talked. Oh, there's.
Stay on task. Let me write it down. Yeah.
Because I will forget.
A favorite of mine
Wait, can we just acknowledge
that
Kate-
you.
Caitlin brought notes. Caitlin brought notes, guys. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
That's all. The Martian by Andy Weir.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Pretty good.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, I haven't read it, but you spoke very highly of it when you read it.
He is the one who
It's
convinced me to read
Top
it.
5 books of mine. I read it in like 24 hours.
What? Wow. Top five?
It's super science based. A lot of science talk, and then I like space stories, or like that type of space stories in general, and so yeah. And the movie was pretty accurate to the book too, because it was written very much as like the book reads as a movie to me.
The cover is very pretty.
It's a funny book.
Hilarious. I do think the book is significantly funnier than the movie.
Is it told in first person or third person?
First.
Because he's alone.
And the first line is, I'm pretty
Fucked.
much fucked.
Yeah. Cool. So in the movie, they show like what's going on like on Earth at specific times. Is that depicted in the book?
It
Just
is.
different fashion?
It is depicted
there
in the
must be a
book, but it's
different-
like
Perspective.
99% his perspective and like 1% Earth's perspective. But you do get Earth's perspective on trying to save him, and things do happen that I don't think happen in the movie.
Because I rewatched the movie just recently, and I was like, man, I actually really do need to read this book. But so that's why I was wondering if it was in first or third person, because there's different characters that are brought in and like shown.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you could do that through his point of view anyway.
I don't remember the movie very well. It's
I'll
been a
switch
long
it to
time.
95 and then 5%
I was gonna say, I do remember there
others.
being
'Cause
more than
now
that.
that I'm thinking about it, there was other characters. There's
don't
more
remember that.
characters than not. Project Hail Mary was pretty good too. I think that'd be a good movie.
It's being made into a movie.
Okay.
That's another category. I'm just kidding.
I didn't know it was being made into a movie.
Yes,
so
you did. I will scroll till the ends of our messages.
I think you can search messages now, but
Well, I think I sent you a picture. Anyway. Of like when... Anywho. Did you say one? A favorite?
Yeah, Dune's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Another one, Harry Potter.
I was going to say that too.
I mean,
It's done okay.
It's just fucking classic.
Done okay. I could watch those endlessly like
And
Lord
you
of the
do.
Rings.
Yeah, no, the movies, they're phenomenal.
The one thing I will say is
No one's saying the books aren't better. No one's saying that.
the later in the series, you do lose a lot of context. Like, once you get to like Goblet of Fire, you start losing plot lines
Yes.
to make the movies just more concise.
Yes. Harry Potter is up there.
Yeah.
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 How do we feel about this show being done?
Dumb.
How could
But
you?
I feel that way about most of what J.K. Rowling has been doing, so...
I feel bad, yeah. I'm not happy about it. I've only seen one casting, and I'm severely unhappy about it.
Really?
Only one human I've seen cast, and I'm instantly pissed.
I just feel like there's been so much talk about it and
Years.
not really like a lot of
Movement.
like movement that I'm like, is this actually happening, or are they kind of waiting out to see like fan base reaction to like really pull the trigger? Because
I think we should boycott it, everybody.
I think if they do release it, it is a mountain that they have to climb to make it good.
They
Oh.
have to make it better.
Oh.
And that's going to be tough.
You can't. Honestly,
Yeah.
you can't.
I'm speaking of boycotting shows. I am boycotting the next season of The Witcher because it's not
I thought you were
Henry
about to
Cavill.
say something else.
No, it's not Henry Cavill. Fuck on
Agreed.
out of here. It's one of
Agreed.
the
Oh, I know who it is. Fuck that dude.
yeah.
Shut up. We don't speak his name.
We don't speak.
Not in
his
this household.
name.
We're Team Miley.
But he also just. I
Yeah.
thought that if he was going to play like or a younger version of The Witcher, fine, whatever. But we're jumping into the same timeline, and it's a different actor, and I'm like, no. So I will not be watching that.
Agreed.
And it sucks because I really actually liked The Witcher. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Read the book.
Huh?
Read the book.
I think, wasn't it a video game and then a book and then a show?
It's all based on a book.
It's a book and then there's a video game.
The first book is like a series of short stories,
Yeah.
and then there's like a couple books. I think he's releasing another book, actually.
I think so too.
Wow. Yeah, that may be, I mean, I'm reading so many right now. It would be years
Yeah,
before I got to that shit.
yeah.
And I would really have to need to like scratch that itch. Right now,
You're good.
I'm okay.
Slept On
Favorite?
one.
What? Yeah.
Slept on?
Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh,
Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe.
I don't think that's slept on at all.
I think it is. Nobody really talks about it.
I feel like it hasn't been talked about in a
That was-
long time.
And
It's being remade.
on
By
Netflix.
that one bitch. That one
Greta
bitch.
Gerwig.
I think
Yes.
I think it will be a good like series.
I think so too.
But I'm just saying, like the original movie,
It was good.
so good.
It was.
And if you actually look, the subsequent movies after that grossed just as much as the first one. I never watched any of them, but apparently they're pretty good.
The Prince Caspian one, watched that one, but mainly because the guy was cute. I was young.
I do remember watching the first one, but I never read them, so I can't.
I read the first
yeah.
two.
I wasn't a
can't
C.S.
comment.
Lewis girly.
No.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe book was fairly similar to the movie,
Okay.
and it was very good. Obviously, like his whole series is like Christian based.
Yeah.
The first book in that series, like the creating of the whole world, wild. Such a weird book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My turn again?
Yeah.
I don't know. What did I say last time? Oh, Harry Potter. Duh. I put a Game of Thrones. I haven't read them though, all of them. So that's
the
my
first
problem.
book to first series.
Season, yes.
Yes, season.
I mean, and I just fucking love the show, but I don't
Yeah.
know how accurate it is.
Yeah, so
But
I
it's still a favorite.
actually called a friend. I found a friend.
Phone a friend.
Zach, my friend Zach has read 3 of them. It's either 3 of them total or 3 of them and the prequel. I can't remember. But he's done like a lot of just like content listening. So like podcasts about it and like YouTubes and stuff. So he knows a lot of the discrepancies that happen, even if he hasn't read them himself. But one of the main critiques that he had was later on in the series. It does start out really, really good with like following the book. He said the biggest complaint that he had with what he has read was the Red Wedding. It happens differently in the book, and
I've heard that too.
It misses a lot of really good context. And there's a little bit different of a fallout that happens in the book that doesn't happen in the show, and it does change the trajectory of some of the plot. So that was his biggest complaint. But overall, obviously we all know the last season flop. But
You know it flopped, Bailey.
It needed to be longer.
Then it flopped. Yes.
Okay.
it flopped. As a as a show independent of even the books, I think the last season flopped. But he said that he's been very happy with what he's been reading versus what's on the screen. It's just the Red Wedding. There was some stuff that was like, okay. And then stuff that hasn't made it to screen, it's like justified. Like, okay, yeah, that didn't necessarily need to make it in order for like context and plot to still go through. So overall, I've heard really good things about that one. I have not read it.
I don't know if I ever will.
Especially if he never finishes it.
He won't.
Yeah, I'm never going to start it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be disappointed.
I think that's where I'm going to end up too. Like you're just waiting, like wanting forever for the rest of your life. No.
Yeah. Any more for you?
No.
You?
I'm trying to think.
I don't watch a lot of adaptations. Like,
I think Stephen King would disagree, but The Shining movie done really well.
Bailey would disagree as well.
I mean, it doesn't match the book.
I have still yet to finish the movie because I don't like it.
I've never watched it.
I turn it off because I just can't.
Okay.
That's mine.
Well.
I'm with Steven for once.
But I know we're jumping back to bad adaptations, but
That's fine.
90% of all other Stephen King adaptations pretty terrible.
I like the It ones.
Yeah,
I haven't read the book is the problem. The new It
the new It, yeah.
movies I really
I thought they were-
really enjoy.
They were done decently
Saying
well.
you read them.
It was not 100% like the book, obviously, but that book was also like 1,600 pages,
Yeah. You gotta cut some stuff.
and you have to cut a very specific scene.
Yes, the ending. Yes.
Not the ending.
Oh, it's not.
That's in the middle of the
That's not
book.
the end. Oh, I thought that was the end. Oh, but it would be the end of the first movie.
So the movies are in two parts where it's kids and adults. The book is a mix. Like you start as the adults arriving back at the town,
Oh.
and you then go back as children and kind of.
Oh, I always wondered why they made a second one.
What do you mean?
A second It.
Because they come back as adults.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I always wondered why are we continuing the story?
You didn't
'Cause
even
I
watch
thought
the
it was
first
done.
one.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
No, I did not.
That's funny.
But like the Dark Tower series, I've heard is the books people love them, but the
I didn't
movie
know.
people
It was the gunslinger, huh?
despise. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
No.
Did you watch
The Stand also sucked, but I didn't like the book.
Yeah. No, the other one. It starts with an O, I think. It's on HBO Max.
Outsider?
Thank you. I was like, the cover is black.
I haven't started the series, but I've heard it's really good.
Okay, yeah. Because you like the
was
book.
really good.
Yeah.
Very graphic.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Another favorite of mine. This one's just kind of silly, but Red, White, and Royal Blue. It's like an actual romance book. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
we're not actually talking of any.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of hard. Not hard, but to be a favorite like romance book adaptation.
Oh, yeah, that'd be really hard.
But Red, White, and Royal Blue, I like. It was my introduction to Nicholas Galitzine, and I love him now. So, thank you for that.
LOL.
And then the only other one I have is Daisy Jones and the Six. That show on Prime is really fucking good. The book's really fucking good. The show went above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They made an album,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and they made the actors who weren't musicians go to musician camp and become musicians.
Yeah.
And then they sang and made an album.
I do have to say
to drop with the
TV
show.
series was pretty good. I didn't read the book, obviously.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
Like that is probably the most incredible adaptation because they
like actually did the work.
Yeah, they went so hard.
Yeah.
But those are all my favorites.
I thought of another disappointing one.
Okay, perfect.
Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yes, both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which sucks because what's
Yeah,
his name in the movie adaptation? Jim Carrey.
Yeah. I thought he was in the show.
Isn't that him?
No, it's not Jim Carrey. It's the guy from How I Met Your Mother, isn't it?
No, that's
What
the
the-
TV series.
That's the new one. Yeah, you're right. Who
That's-
is he?
Barney?
Yeah,
Shit.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes, he's in the TV show. You're right.
But the movie, it's Jim,
Jim Carrey.
right?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
I do
And
not
he has
remember.
so much stage makeup on. I can't.
I think
I could see.
he would have been amazing as Olaf for like an actual series.
Yeah,
But the movie was just disappointing.
the movie was disappointing. Yeah, it was. And then the show, I watched all of it, but I watched all of it because it was COVID. And you know, Netflix has like it just keeps going, and you're
Yeah.
just sitting in your own like.
I think I watched the first stint. When they got to basically the second book, I kind of stopped.
I like how it was narrated in the show. Like
Yeah.
how like the narrator was like its own entity, if that makes sense. It was just done differently. I liked it. But comparative to the story, yeah, still not great. What's your next category?
Adaptions that make me want to read the book.
Okay.
So I already said Dune.
Yeah.
This one doesn't really make me want to read the book, but I haven't read the book, so I put it on here. Bridgerton.
Oh.
Like that adaptation, I feel like
Yeah.
is so fucking popular.
It is so good.
It's a romance.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd actually ever read them just because there's like a million of them.
There is. There's like 8.
But I watched the show and I like it.
Yeah.
And I feel like at one point it did have me intrigued to read the books, but I
Yeah.
don't think I want to commit to that, to be honest.
I think that's what kind of led me away from it too, was that there's so many of them.
Yeah, if it was like one, maybe.
Yeah, maybe even 3. Maybe even if it went up to 3, I could do it. But more than that, I'm like, ugh.
Tapping out.
Yeah. Do you have any more?
Yeah.
I didn't think of any.
Oh. Okay. One Day,
Oh.
By-
No, will not read that book.
David Nichols.
The
It is a movie and a show.
yeah.
I've never watched the movie, but it has Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, it's not not as good as the show.
I can only imagine because
Yeah,
the
the
show,
show
is
is-
fucking great. Has the main guy is great. I think his name's Leo Woodall, if I remember right. He's great. Yeah, Leo Woodall. Oh, that show's great. Oh, I unfortunately made Caitlin watch it.
All in one day. Yeah, I had a rot day. What was that rot day for? Did
I
I
don't
finish
know.
a semester or something?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. It was a rot weekend. Bailey came over to my house and she's like, I know exactly what we're gonna do.
Watch this show.
And I bought so many fucking snacks and we just sat in blankies on my couch eating and watching this show for hours.
And then the only other one I have is called Presumed Innocent. It's a Apple TV series I watched about a lawyer who gets accused of a murder. Anyway, it's just like a law thriller. The book I looked up today, the book was written in 1987.
Wow.
The show like just recently came out.
What the heck?
It
Did
has
they make it like
Jake
modern?
Gyllenhaal. Yeah. And it has Jake Gyllenhaal, which he's a great actor. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
To our chagrin. But
Unfortunately.
Why do we hate him?
We're Swifties.
Oh.
why do we hate him? We were just listening to the album all about how he's a dick.
Yeah, that whole album we were listening to, that's about him.
But the show's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I really liked it. At least season 1. Season 2 isn't out yet. Curious how that's going to go down. And then I have a category. Adaption better than the book. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Did you have any? Two?
You're going to agree with me, you stupid hoe. This summer I turned pretty.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
I liked the books when I read them in 2015 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've watched the show. It's fucking 20 stars.
20 stars.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's
and then
so
I've since
good.
gone back and read the books. And I'm like, these are kind of shit.
These are kind of shit.
But they're YAs, I mean.
I honestly can't remember which one happened first for me, if it was the show or the book, because it was the same summer. Like, and I didn't watch season 1 when it came out. I think
Yeah, I think you watched it
right before season
Season
2
2.
came out, so I didn't have to do the whole like
waiting.
2-year-long wait.
There was only one then. It's 2 this time.
It's 2 this time. But preview, we are gonna do a episode before the show comes out.
I think we should do it after.
Okay. Then I want us to do predictions before in some form or fashion. Be like,
Okay. We
because
can write some down or something.
yeah, we'll write it down. That's what we'll do. We'll write it down and we'll put it in a box. See how we think it's gonna end.
Because there's a lot of speculation that the show's going to end way different.
Yes.
And that'd be fun to talk about.
That would be really, really fun to talk about. So you have time to read. They're not long.
Yeah, they're
get it
so
done.
easy.
They're so easy. Get it done. Watch the show.
Summer Turn Pretty, if you haven't. Prime. It's great.
It is. What's your other one?
Joe's going to agree with me on this one. Ready? The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. The
Why
movie...
would I agree with that?
Because I didn't think you liked the book either.
I like the ending of the book better.
Well, the movie was great. Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin, yeah, I think is what it's
You
called.
watch it? It had
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista and Ron Weasley. I don't know his real name. Rupert, right?
Rupert Grant.
I think so.
Something like that. Rupert. It's a horror. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have watched it. But I really did not love that book.
Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I think the movie was pretty good compared to the book.
Yeah, I think the movie was better. I do somewhat agree with you in the fact that
I like the ending of the book way better than the movie because the movie pretty much the book ends ambiguous, like you don't really know,
Oh, heard.
Joe likes
and the
that.
movie definitely chose a side.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but the movie was great. Sound effects, visuals, everything was great. Fantastic. It was great. Casting, great. Knock at the Cabin. My next one is just books to screen that I'm excited about that
Okay.
have been announced.
So in relationship to that, I have some that we are hesitant about. Me and my
Okay.
research committee.
Okay,
Hesitant. Obviously, ACOTAR is one that I'm,
it's not picked up.
isn't it?
No, they dropped it.
Yeah, they got picked up.
So
and then
it's
dropped.
actually
They dropped
not,
it?
It's not actually
Oh,
happening
see, I
at
don't
this
pay attention
time.
to this shit. So this
Hulu
is
dropped
great.
it. Thank God.
Thank God. Hulu shouldn't have had it to begin with. Thank fuck. They
So,
never should have had it to begin
Someone
with.
needs to get on that because that's some money bags.
That's the money
Money
bags.
bags.
But listen, honestly, no matter who it is, we're going to have to watch it because this opens doors. It opens doors for other romantasy
There's a lot of
now that are happening. Courtney is hesitant about Verity.
I'm excited.
I'm excited about Verity.
It could be done really well.
It could be done really well. I will have to do a reread
Hopefully it goes better for Colleen Hoover this time.
on it. Ugh. Yeah, sorry, babes. Yeah, sorry, babes.
Let's try again. That was on my list, Verity. I'm very excited about it. It has a good cast. I mean,
So they've read The House of Night by PC Cast.
oh yeah.
Yeah, there's like
I
12
read
of
it
those
too.
books.
Not all of them, but yeah.
Yeah, so that has been recently picked up. Like very recently
Really?
picked up to be a series.
It's so old.
Yeah, so they're going to have to do a lot of work to it, but that's something that they're really hesitant about. But that's because that was like their bread and butter. Like that's what got them both into reading type shit.
I was very into those in high school as well.
Yeah.
Like that shit's old.
So that was like, they're really hesitant about that. And then,
It's based in Tulsa. The writers live here.
yeah. I think that's why they were. I think that's another reason why they liked it so much was because it was a local author. Let me think. Oh, and then we also had a category of like books that we actually think would be good as movies, but we can
Yeah,
talk
I
about
have
that
that later.
after. Okay, I didn't know how many categories you had.
Yeah, I just kind of did them
Okay,
earlier today.
beautiful.
I didn't
What
know.
category are we on right now?
Books that I'm excited about that have been like been told that we're getting a movie.
Gotcha.
Light Lark
Oh,
by
I did
Alex
not know
Astor.
that.
Yep.
Did I know that?
I don't know. I'm sure in one of the reels I've sent you, but
Oh, cool.
like you know when they get reels where they're like these are going to be movies.
Yeah. But then it's like a year and a half
Who knows
later.
when the fuck it'll be?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not actually been like a date or anything, but I've seen interviews with the author and been
Wow,
said.
good
It's
for
picked
her.
up. Yeah.
Because she's still little. Like, she's still a young author, right?
Yeah, I think Lilac was her first book.
Yeah, I think it was.
So that, Verity. Lords above, Fourth Wing.
See, she was hesitant on Fourth Wing, and
Obviously.
I didn't even know it was picked up.
Yeah. Before the second one, I think, even came out.
Disagree with this one. I don't think Fourth Wing should be adapted.
I mean, it's going to make some motherfuckers some money.
It's going to make some motherfuckers some money, and it may make some motherfuckers very, very upset.
I'll show you later a TikTok of the guy we think's Zayden.
Oh, wait, I have seen that shit,
Yeah, I was
actually.
like, you've seen it. It's
I have
everywhere.
seen that shit. But people fan cast stuff like that all the time. That is going to need so much CGI work, dude. It's going to spend so much money.
Game of Thrones.
Not the
House
same.
of the Dragon.
I mean, I guess, but there's more dragons, more simultaneously happening.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Like, with CGI
I'm sure I'm not gonna love it, but
Do
I'm
we
gonna
know who
watch
picked
it.
it up?
Prime.
Prime? They have Wheel of Time, don't they? Some people are not happy about Wheel of Time. My mom is very happy about Wheel of Time. She's liking it. That's one that she talked about. She says that she's trusting the system, that they know what they're doing, because the way that the books are laid out.
Yeah.
Have you read Wheel of Time?
No.
There's like 14 of them or some shit like that. But it is finished. But the way that
Sanderson.
Yeah, by Brandon.
Yeah, Robert Jordan started it. He died. Brandon picked it up. I guess the way that it happens in the books isn't chronological. And like, so one book, this time, this location. A different book is maybe, this is my understanding, and I could be totally off base. But from what think I'm understanding is that what the show is doing is putting the chronological timelines in the appropriate time. So it's not by book, it's by time. And that's what some readers are like, what the fuck about? And other people are like, this is boring as shit, because it's like too much buildup before actual action happens. So like Zach and Aaron, Zach is the one that I had the Game of Thrones conversation with. Aaron has watched Wheel of Time. They don't like it as a show.
Oh, and they haven't even read it.
And they haven't read it. But my mom is an avid reader of Robert Jordan. Really liked them, read them as they came out, has reread the series multiple times. Like, my mom fucks with this series heavy. She's happy with how this series is going. So I guess
I do think she's in the minority.
I think she's in the minority too, and I think I told her that. But so Prime having Fourth Wing is a little...
They also had Rings of Power, which is not very...
I didn't think Rings of Power was very good. I couldn't get like more than 3 episodes in, I think.
I liked that.
I like
don't
the
know how
idea.
I like the idea of it. I think the second age of Middle Earth can easily be a TV series. But the problem is they only own like half the rights. Not even half the rights. Probably a quarter of the rights of what they're able to show. So they have to cut, a bunch of lore because they can't, portray it.
Interesting.
So like the first season, I kind of liked it. I liked that they took risks and kind of were making it their own thing. But I hated the twist at the end of the first season where you figure out who Sauron is. And I was like, because the character it ends up being is just like, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no way to justify it to me.
Yeah, I couldn't even I tried multiple times to get into it because I really wanted to like it because I like Lord of the Rings so much. But yeah, didn't hit for me. Did not hit for me.
I'm trying to think of other things Prime's done. The only thing I can think of is Summer I Turned Pretty, which I mean is very different than
and way easier to do.
Fourth Wing.
Yeah,
but
they took the author's consideration. She's part of the.
She's very much part of it.
She's
Yeah,
very much part of it. So if Amazon carries that on and they bring in Rebecca Yarros for Fourth Wing. Speaking of Rebecca Yarros adaptations, I think Variation would actually be a really good adaptation.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of her stuff would be.
I think a movie though, not a series. I think that one would need to be a movie.
Definitely not a series. No, that would not. Another one, People We Meet on Vacation, should be coming out soon. They're filming it. Tom Blythe.
Really?
You knew that.
Did I?
It's on record somewhere.
Was I happy then?
Yes. Was I happy then? Yes.
Wow.
I know.
That'll be good. People we meet on vacation, I'll have to reread that.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
The Housemaid by Frida McFadden.
Oh, okay.
Very popular thriller. I haven't read it, but I will before it comes out. Joe, All Systems Red, is going to be... Murderbot series is going to be a show.
A show. Cool.
I think. It's a
sense.
series, so yeah, I would think a show.
I love what I've read of the Murderbot series. I haven't finished.
Apple TV's doing it.
Should be good then.
Yeah, Apple TV would
Apple
be loving.
TV has like really
been
made some
slapping lately.
killers. Yeah.
Been slapping.
Yeah.
Severance.
I know, Joe's on his Severance shit.
Such a good show.
What else? Project Hail Mary. I looked it up, and like when I was typing it, the director, it was like Wikipedia, it said Christopher, and then it like went off, and I was like,
No.
it's not.
Oh.
It's another bitch named Christopher, and I about shit my pants.
Oh, wow.
I was like, Christopher Nolan?
Jump scare.
Literally, I was like,
Yeah.
He's in the
fucked.
middle of filming Oz.
I know, but it just got me for a second.
So excited.
It got me for a second.
That's the adaptation I'm excited
I
for.
forgot a favorite.
So excited
I forgot
about that
a
one.
favorite. Dark
What?
Matter
Oh yeah, that
by
was
Blake
good.
Crouch. Apple TV did that. Blake Crouch, my fave. Dark
Yeah.
Matter, one of my faves. It's a show on Apple TV, and it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. I do agree that the show was really good, but the book was written
Blake,
very much like
Blake, I think, was a producer, a writer. Like he's on that set.
If they take authors like considerations into account, then yeah, because it is their vision. So yeah, the Fourth Wing. I mean, they better have Yarrow sitting front and center.
She's in it. She says she's up all up in it.
She better be.
But of course, the Odyssey.
Yes, I'm so excited about that.
Christopher Nolan. Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. They already say it's going to be a movie, and it got released Tuesday, like 4 days ago, a week ago.
Yeah,
But I mean, I think the movie.
Is that the Hunger Games?
Haymitch.
that's Hamish's story.
Yeah. Hunger Games. Joe said, She's definitely dragging this motherfucker out.
I wasn't interested in Snow's backstory at all, but I think I may be interested enough in Hamish's that if I see it enough, I may read that one. But maybe that's an audiobook, like a.
I mean, I'm going to try
There's-
the audiobook.
The problem is you can't do Snow's story. I'm sure people would disagree and read it and loved it, but I don't see how you could do an evil character and make, because I can 100% guarantee the plot of this book is he starts out a good guy, and by the end of the movie or book, he's a bad guy because somebody wronged him, and that starts his life of
Evil.
murdering people for 50 years.
I'm sure. I
And
don't
there's
know.
no way that she made it interesting. I just guarantee it.
I don't know. I didn't read it, but I do want to watch it because I can't read it. I've tried reading it several times and I just cannot get into it.
Yeah.
But
How do we feel about the adaptations of those books?
I think they were well.
I think
it
they were well
started
done.
this series of shitty other books and
Literally.
movies.
Literally. I think it's one of the best dystopian
I liked
adaptions.
the Maze Runners, but they never got finished. They only went.
The movies?
Yeah, the movies never got
That's
finished.
what they did. I could be wrong.
No, I think they just did the first two.
But
Yeah, I think they just made it through Scorch Trials. I can't even remember.
that's
But
Dylan O'Brien.
That is Dylan O'Brien.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, fuck.
I read the first.
We're like, defeat.
I only read the first book, and I read the first 2 chapters of the second book, and I was like, "Oh, this is dumb as fuck." I did. Not,
I loved them back
did
in the
not
day.
Like the
I loved
whole
them too.
twist of
Don't.
Oh, I can see that. I can see why that would be like, up, throw it up against the wall, I'm done.
That's how I felt about Divergent.
I never finished that.
Well, the ending was silly goobers.
I know the ending because that's why I didn't finish it, because I was like, somebody was like, "Oh, this happens," and I was like, "Well, this is dumb."
Yeah,
Bruh.
a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, I forgot the ending of it until I was listening to all of them, and I got to the ending, and I was like, oh, wait, this does fucking happen. And
I haven't reread those.
What's crazy though is I don't remember
Sorry for being
any
vague.
of that book or those books. Like, I don't remember the first book. I don't remember the second. I don't know any of the premise. I don't know why.
they were pretty good adaptations.
I don't remember. I don't remember watching them.
I'm sure I did.
I remember 4. That's the only character I remember.
Same. Honestly, same.
Well, I mean, Tobias. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna remember him.
I have 2 more.
Okay.
So I've only read the first book in this series, but it's called The Children of Blood and Bone.
Oh.
You seen it?
I've heard of it. That's the show? It's gonna be a show?
Gonna be. I looked it up. I found like a list of things, and I wouldn't have been super interested in it. It's like a YA fantasy. I really liked it. It's based in like African culture and that religion stuff. And I loved the first one. I remember really loving it, but I may have read the second, but I don't think I ever continued. But when I was looking, the cast,
Yeah.
motherfucker, be stacked. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
Viola Davis,
Oh.
Idris Elba,
Oh my God.
Cynthia Erivo.
Stop it.
I was like,
Stop it.
I'm
They
gonna-
got Cynthia Erivo?
I was like, that cast is stacked, so I'm probably gonna give it a go.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a bunch more, but
Yeah, and those book covers, stunning.
yeah,
Stunning.
I did really like the first 2, like I said. But yeah, didn't know that until I was like looked at it like an article and I saw that and it said all the people that was gonna be in it, and I was like, holy
That is
shit,
crazy.
yeah, stacked ass cast. So now I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Quicksilver by Callie Hart.
Oh, I need to.
You got a list there?
Yeah,
I
I got it.
want to say Netflix, but I could be wrong.
Netflix, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. Netflix is so hit or miss.
I forgot the category. What are we talking about?
Book to screen. These have been announced. They're becoming adaptions, but
Okay.
they're not out yet.
Okay.
They're not out yet.
I was
so
real confused for a second.
why?
I thought we were still on the previous category, and I was like, why are we talking about all these books that, like, I don't remember you reading these books to be, like, excited for a screen adaptation.
Well, I did read almost all of those.
Okay, well.
Not all of them, but most of them.
I've got a list.
There's
Ooh.
3 I haven't read on that long list.
Netflix is weak with adaptations, let's be honest.
I know, I'm trying
And
to-
movies in general. For every hit they have about
A million,
100
yeah.
flops.
Yeah, I feel like there was just recently a
One day slap,
Netflix like movie that I just watched. So I was like, another flap.
Another
But the
flop.
weird Christmas movie they came out with, it was so
What?
good. Red One, wasn't that Netflix?
No.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
Was it? I thought it was
think
just
that was
in
Netflix.
theaters.
No, maybe it was in theaters, and I watched it on Netflix.
No, it was on Netflix.
Don't mind me. I'm on Netflix. I'm trying to see their shit.
Oh, heard.
I'm on Netflix, and they just started playing some shit.
Oh, you know, one of the best. I'm just kidding. I haven't read it. I've just watched it over 1,000 times. Pride and Prejudice.
I knew. I was waiting. I'm like, what are you doing with your
I
life
haven't
here?
read it, so I really can't like say that.
What books you want to read because of?
Oh,
Could have put it in that.
dummy. Yes.
That's the category I thought we were on.
Oh. Wait.
Oh,
Books
like-
I want to read because...
because
Yeah.
of
Well,
the
that's like 3 categories away, boo.
Away?
Yeah.
like we passed that bitch.
We gone. She gone.
Apparently I'm tired because I missed all that. I was...
And you've been like
So
involved in the conversation. So I'm like, I'm confused.
Before that was adaptation was better than the book. Remember that?
No.
Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, yep.
Okay,
It's coming back to me.
Now we're on
I can't think of any
book
for
to
that
screen. Excited about.
one. Okay.
Okay,
Are we getting to a category of books we hope are adaptations?
that's next, but
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I've jumped the gun a bit on that one.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I have strong opinions about that.
Any book to screen adaptations we're excited about that's been announced.
No.
I don't know any. The ones
That
you,
tracks.
The ones you, the ones you listed, I didn't even know were going to be.
Murderbot,
those.
you love that. Hail Mary, you love that. You didn't even know.
Yeah.
News to you.
That trash.
I think there's a Carly Fortune that's being adapted.
Yeah.
I honestly think all of Emily Henry's. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. Books that need to be on screen. Go.
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab.
I think.
Don't.
I think.
That one would be so hard. Listen, if they don't get those characters exactly right, like I'm okay with a lot of like
Movie.
wiggle room when it comes to like the way that they have to be and act and stuff.
It's in development.
In this situation, it needs to be verbatim.
Verbatim.
Don't change a thing.
It is in the works. It's being done.
Have they announced cast yet?
Nothing like that.
I said it's in developing.
Yeah, like I think they're writing.
That means they could still drop it.
For sure, for sure.
Don't.
It says, all it says is in development.
Yes, and that's something that
Yes.
Courtney also said, was we need an Addie LaRue. Absolutely. We need that adapted to a movie.
Absolutely. I think it'd be good.
I think it'd be so good.
Come back to me, because
Okay.
my mind is fucked for some reason.
This is the category you wanted.
exactly,
we're here.
and
We are
I
here.
am drawing blanks.
Look up whatever you were looking up then.
I don't remember.
Okay. You said variation earlier.
Yes.
I agree. That would be a good one.
Yeah.
I put Kristen Hanna. Pretty much fucking anything by Kristen Hanna.
Actually, yeah, The Nightingale would be...
The
I
Nightingale,
think
the
that'd be a
Women, the
good-
Four Winds.
I think Nightingale would be a good series, too, because there's so much in that. Like a short series.
Yeah, a series, like a limited. Yeah. Nightingale, Women, Four Winds, those three.
Yeah.
The historical fiction, which I think most
I
of
think
hers
they're all,
are,
yeah.
but those three, so fucking good.
Yeah, I think you're so right.
I think they'd be so popular.
Yeah.
Just-
I think if they could do the Black Witch Chronicles justice when it comes to the different species that live in that universe, I think that'd be really, really good as a
Maybe
show.
a cool animated one.
Maybe they could pull it off as an animated. It could not be like animated in the way that, like, what's that really popular one that's right now?
You have to tell me literally.
The Invincibles. You know the Invincible? I think that's what it's called. It's a really gory, like, anti-hero, superhero show. But it's like 2D animation. I would need, like...
Have you seen Arcane?
Yeah, I would need it kind of like Arcane, but less bubbly. Like, bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the way the...
I don't think Arcane is very bubbly.
She means like the art.
No, the art style is, like, too dimensional. Like, too much dimension. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. I'm very picky about my
That's-
animations.
Okay.
I am. But I think the Black Witch Chronicles would be
Yeah.
so good.
Anything yet? Just pipe up when it comes to you.
I will.
All right.
I'm trying to think of the books I've read, and I can't think of any book.
Go to
I've read.
Goodreads,
You're like,
you dumbass.
what have I read?
I just went through Goodreads and everything I've read. The 5 Broken Blades I talked about earlier this year. I think it'd be a good series. I haven't actually finished the trilogy. I've only read the first one, but I think it'd be good. It could be what Six of Crows should have been. But we got fucked on that one. I guess they could always redo it. I mean, shit like that happens all the time. Mortal Instruments got 2. So I guess it could always be tried again. One day got 2. Stuff like that. Oh, are we in trouble?
No, I have to do my Apple login.
Oh my God. To get into Goodreads? Oh my goodness.
I gotta tell my phone that it's.
Any more?
I mean, no, that's really hard.
Wayward by Amelia Hart, I really love. I think it'd be a good movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Last Word by Taylor Adams would be a good movie. It's a thriller. So he wrote a book called No Exit. It was made into a movie on Hulu. That was really good. It's a very popcorn thriller, just like that'd be a good movie, I think. The Raven Boys.
Oh my God.
That'd be a good show.
The Raven Boys. That would be a good show. And it would be easy to do because the magic system is minimal.
Very.
That
very.
I feel like it would not be too complex to do at all.
Oh, it's just like supernaturally.
Yeah, but they would need to do a pretty stellar cast. Like that cast would need to be pretty good. Pretty good. Man, Raven Boys.
Pretty good.
I could pick that book up at any point in time and reread it. It's
I've
so
been
good.
eyeballing her.
You know what? I've been eyeballing her too, and I have the second one because I was like, next time I read it, I've got to continue like on to
Same.
the story.
That's my problem. Is
Because
next time I read it, I gotta just bust them all out.
I think
because
I've read the first one 3 times now. So I
Damn.
think I've physically read it and I've listened to the audiobook twice. The audiobook is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, that was the only book. You said like the Love Hypothesis in the last episode that you've read it and then immediately picked up the physical book.
Yes.
That's what I did with the Raven Boys.
You did. I remember when you did that
I
because you
literally
were like,
finished it and
Caitlin,
I
you
was
need
like,
to read
okay, it's
this.
time to. I need to physically read
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And I think I listened to it very shortly after that because you spoke so highly about it.
Like I love that. This one, I would just love to see it do a movie. I don't know how well it will be done because it's one of my favorite books ever, Recursion by Blake Crouch. Mm-hmm. Specifically, I need Christopher Nolan to do it. Would be great. But that's never going to happen.
Because is it too small? Like, is that what you think? It's too small for Christopher Nolan?
I don't think it's too small. I think Christopher Nolan likes to take movies that he can make his.
Yeah.
Whereas
I need
Blake
Recursion.
Crouch would want to be involved in the making.
Yeah,
of
Blake
his own.
Oh,
Crouch
you
would
think they
want
would
a
butt
lot.
heads too much?
Maybe.
Probably. Like, I don't know them personally by any means, but I, like you said, I think Christopher Nolan likes to do his own twist and be very artistically independent in his adaptions. But Blake Crouch likes to be very much involved. And I don't think Christopher Nolan would vibe with that. But Recursion by Blake Crouch, which, you know, I have high hopes since they just did Dark Matter. Mm-hmm. I have really high hopes that it will get done. And I hope it's just as great as Dark Matter. I think it'll be a little bit harder. But I'm ready for it. I need it to happen. I think we could get it done. Because he also has The Pines adapted. It was a TV show.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think we have a fairly good chance of getting this motherfucker made into something. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo
Yeah.
would be a great... I think Prime could do it. And I think it could be like a limited series where each episode is a husband and each episode name is the name of a husband. Put me on. I got ideas.
Put me on.
Put me in, coach. I got ideas.
Yeah.
I've thought of stuff now.
Let's go.
Let's
Okay.
go.
This
Because
one,
I only got one more and I need a moment for it.
I think you read. I think They're There by Tommy Orange would be a really good movie.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
It would be. You need
okay.
to give it to your friends.
Katie and Courtney?
No. The one who did Res Dogs.
Oh, Sterling Harjo.
Sure.
He's not my friend. His brother is my friend.
Well.
Rocky.
Get it up somehow.
There.
Yeah. There is pretty good. I think The Institute by Stephen King would make
It would
a
be really great.
movie.
It would be, because it's fans of Stranger Things, I think, would
Yeah. It's
all up
very
in that
Stranger
bitch.
Things-esque.
be very good.
Obviously, a million... All
Obviously.
the fantasy books I can think of, I think would be great adaptations if they're done right.
But yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, I've only read fucking less than 300 pages of the Stormlight Archives, y'all. But I'm already, like, seeing visions of it on the screen.
I don't... See, that's the thing.
You
I
think
don't
a
know.
show-
You've read all of it, though, haven't you?
No.
No, I'm on the third one. So Oathbringer, I've read through. So I have Wind
more.
and Truth and Rhythm and War. Yeah, I haven't read those.
That's right.
But
Here's 2 more.
I think it's $2,000 for a TV. It would cost an insane amount and be too complicated for a normal audience.
You
That's
think?
so
Yeah.
fair.
And there's
yes.
But
no-
they took Wheel of Time.
I
You know
think
what
it's
I'm
different.
saying?
I think it's different.
You didn't even read Wheel of Time, so you don't fucking know.
I think it's different. The complexity.
Ask
I
your
know.
mom.
My
She'll
mom
know.
got mad at me that I started Way of Kings before Wheel of Time, and I was like, "Listen, Mama, listen.
It's shorter.
It's shorter.
Sort of. Maybe not pages wise.
I don't know. No, Wheel of Time is pretty thick.
The first. Oh,
I
that's
would
true.
love to see it as a show or like a dramatic Game of Thrones
You know
type
what?
series, like multiple seasons.
Ooh,
but the problem is, I think it would be
Wait,
like
what book are you talking about again?
Stormlight.
Stormlight.
Okay, sorry.
But I think it would be like 100 seasons. Because
Yeah.
there's just so much that goes
You know
on.
what's so crazy?
There's so
I can
much.
see Brandon doing it himself
I think
with his company.
Honestly, he could probably come up with a production crew.
I honestly would be more excited if it was an animated series.
It'd be a really good animated series.
Because there's certain things in the book that it would be very hard to portray
You're right.
in like real life.
You're right.
So I think animated series of that would be really good.
Don't do it, Daisy.
But then again, I think it would be like 1,000 seasons.
It would be so long. Like, it would have to be like how anime does it. Like, it's like 20-minute episodes where there's like 26 in like a season, and then it like takes a little break, and then you do another. I think it would have to be that, because all of the different people that you're following for onesies. But no, I think you're so right that an animated version would be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's talked several times about Mistborn at some point being adapted, and it's been dropped. And like picked up and dropped.
That'd be a good one. It'd be hard though. Like you could very.
And that's the problem. I bet it gets picked up and they try to do it and they're
that
like,
magic
I can't
system.
do it.
That magic system would be really hard to depict.
Yeah.
The one with medals.
Yeah.
I think the Blade or the First Law trilogy, or in the second trilogy in that, I think would be a good series, a fantasy series. It's very kind
Gory.
of Game of Thrones. It's dim, grim, dark. It's very, throws the normal cliches on their head type situation, and I think it would be taken very well.
Something different.
Another one I thought of was, I think it's called 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle in
Yeah.
America. Or we know it as 7 Deaths. That's the book we have because we bought it early. But I think that would be a great
I thought about that one, but it has like where I'm afraid it won't be. I don't know, because it's such a weird. The ending, I'm interested in how they would.
That's
I don't
the
know.
problem. Is
It'd be good, but it's.
if we're looking for
I think it'd be great.
horror,
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
The Only Good Indians would be a good horror movie too.
Stephen Graham Jones. Okay,
I gotta keep searching. Those are the ones I thought of.
any for you? Any more?
No. No. I was like trying to think of like romances that I would like to see.
Isn't that hard?
It's really hard
I'd
because
watch
like we're
Variation.
kind of out of. Yes.
That's crazy.
We're kind of out of the age of the rom-com. Do you know what I
think-
mean?
Yeah,
Like rom-com had their highlight moment
for sure.
and I haven't watched a rom-com meet it since.
Did you watch the new one with Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. I think that was like a throwback to the old rom-com days.
And
then
there
it
was
good.
one that
Forgot what it's called though.
what's her name? Emma something. She did the Holiday. I thought that was really cute
Oh,
one.
that one was so great. Honestly, Kristen
yeah.
Stewart was in one that I loved as well.
Nobody Wants This. Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's Kristen Bell, but that was also great.
Oh, Kristen Stewart, the Christmas movie you're talking about. Yeah. That one was good. I don't
I
know,
loved
but I
that
feel
one.
like those rom-coms, when you think of rom-com, that's not the movie. Those aren't the movies you're thinking of. You
How
know?
to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's
10 Things I Hate About
iconic.
You.
Yes, iconic.
27 Dresses.
Iconic.
Bride Wars. Yeah, like, these are what I'm thinking, you know? Bride Wars isn't a rom-com, but it's, like, in that area. Mm-hmm. So it's... Romance to film is hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely we've moved past it. But, I don't know.
We may swing back.
I want it to come back.
Yeah, we may swing back.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Cersei?
Ooh, Madeline Miller. Did they do
Madeline
Song
Miller,
of Achilles?
Cersei?
They didn't
What?
make it into a movie.
I think it has been chatter.
Man, it would be...
As much as I would love it in this current environment of the world, I think it would be great. The outrage.
There would be outrage. There would be outrage.
Cersei's great, yeah.
Cersei is great.
I liked that one more. I think I'm
impartial to Cersei. I like Cersei better.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. I hate those types of books in general, but I love Cersei for some reason.
Yeah, it's
Where
so
it's
good.
like, just following a person.
Yeah, it's so like there's nothing like exciting about it.
Yeah.
Really?
It's just, well, it's like following
It's
this
just her life.
character that like you get tidbits in like mythology, and it's like this full
not heavy.
flesh story.
Yeah.
So good. I don't know what about it. It's so good.
And it's like
it's beautiful.
she was made into something. Like, this is what we made her, you know? And these are the reasons why she was made that. Yeah, it was beautiful. Very well fleshed out. You're right.
This says The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. There's been interest in a potential miniseries.
Yeah. A miniseries would be good for that one, but I think Cersei would be a better movie.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because of its slower pace.
definitely. Any more?
That's all I can think of.
The only other one I have,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to like this?
The Favorites by Lynn Fargo.
Oh, yeah.
The book I finished today.
Yeah.
It's so good, guys. It's so good. It's just like a literary fiction, drama, romance of these two ice skaters and their like journey to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And the book is told in interview. It's like a documentary. So very similar to Daisy Jones and the Six. Like I think it would be. It's like they're pretty much the same. So Prime. Let's do this. I'll help you. I don't know how. I have no money, but I will help you.
No money.
I have ideas. I have thoughts.
Yeah.
But I think in that vein, it would be super good adaptation wise, like having the interviews.
Yeah.
But then like going back to like what
like the
happened.
clips of what's happening. Yeah.
And then, just going back and showing it as a story as well. Oh, it would be so good. And mostly I just need to see one specific dance done on the ice.
Yeah.
That's all I need, really. But I do still think that it would be a great show. Like every chapter was like oh shit. Like several times I literally screamed. Luckily Joe was never home when I listened to it because I would literally scream, "What?" when the chapter would end. Like just crazy stuff happened throughout the whole book. It wasn't like a thriller, like one plot twist. It was just like bam, 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 crazy. Because it's their whole life. So like crazy shit's just happening to them all the time. It's so good. You should read it. You should listen to it specifically, actually.
Yeah,
It's full cast.
That's interesting.
I think it'd be a phenomenal show, just like Daisy Jones.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they put that much energy into the audiobook before it was even like an actual,
Dang.
Maybe the Artemis Files would be a good movie too.
What's that?
Artemis Files, the trilogy. It was the first audiobook that I listened to that was the full cast. It was when aliens come down. It's like the robot alien thing.
Oh, Sylvain Duval. Mm-hmm. Was that what it's called?
The Artemis Files, I think, is the title of the...
You said, bitch, you told me to read them. I can see it in your eyes. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I read
Sleeping Themis Files.
Themis Files. Artemis is... What was I thinking of? Themis Files.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were really good.
I thought about... Though, I fucking love those audiobooks.
Those audiobooks
I
are...
don't
so good.
know how well it would do adaptation-wise.
I guess you're right. Because it is interview style, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a great audiobook, though. You should read them.
Yeah, but be warned. Headphones users, be warned.
Be warned, there's a jump scare.
There is a jump scare.
So don't hold a knife. Because that's what I was doing.
Oh, my gosh.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Well, we've definitely given you guys enough recommendations for sure.
For years.
So turn it back over. Give us some recs too.
Yeah.
Literally, as we were talking, I wrote down some that I need to obviously read before they become adaptations into film.
Yeah. Do you know of any that are becoming adaptations that we didn't mention that you think we would like? Or maybe have actually read, but we don't know they're becoming adaptations?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that's
more likely.
possible.
That's way more likely, honestly. Especially with this crowd.
That's all I got. What do we read next time? You remember?
No.
Happy Place.
Oh, yes.
By Emily Henry.
Yes. I'm actually really excited for the next one.
That would be a good movie.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. So you've read Happy Place.
Yeah.
I have not. So it will be a first time read for me. So I'm excited for it. Have you listened or read?
I read it.
You read it?
In like 2 days.
Yeah. And that's the format that you would recommend?
Yeah. It's not like interview by any means. Like,
it's not hard to follow?
No.
Good.
I mean, no.
It's an Emily Henry. Emily Henry's
her
are
books
pretty.
Are so easy to read.
They're so easy. They are kind of like sit down, finish books.
Literally. They're just.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you so much for watching, listening, and following us on Instagram at Our Book Boyfriends Podcast. Don't forget to comment down below any of the adaptations that we didn't talk about, or maybe books that you've read that you think should be turned into adaptations as well. Special shout out to Rick
Dalton
for giving us this idea, because obviously we had a lot of opinions about it. So thank you so much, Rick. We really appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Bye.